You ever heard of the Square Root Club? I hadn't heard of the Square Root Club either. My daughter called me the other day. She's going to the University of Arizona. She's a senior. She said she not only met somebody that was in the Square Root Club, but he also knew it. And that was a fascinating thing because here was something that was supposedly impossible and right there in living flesh. Crazy. Square Root Club is if you take the square root of your GPA and you end up with a number greater than your GPA, you're in the Square Root Club. Yeah, like that. Now, GPA is your grade point average. If you don't know how to calculate your grade point average, I will put a link in the description below. I'll tell you all about it. Let's say you had a 4.0 average, right? Straight A's. That means you take the square root. You are not going to be in the Square Root Club because the square root of 4.0 is 2. Yeah. Now, let's say you're a good student, like a solid B, right? But certainly more A's than B's. This would give you 1.9 less than. Doesn't work. But you could be mostly a C student, 2.25. And that would give you, and do you see the nature of the issue here? This is why this is kind of a fun thing, right? Square roots of numbers. Always smaller, right? Wrong. If you have a GPA less than 1, you take the square root, get a bigger number. Watch, I'll show you. So let's say you ended up with a 0.9, almost a D average. That would be 0.95, a little bit more. But if you had a 0.9 GPA, you are in the GPA club. You see? The square root of your GPA would be bigger than your GPA. Now this is kind of funny because the person that was in the GPA club knew about it. And it seems to me that if you are aware of the GPA club and how it works, you're probably smart enough to pass. But yet, there he was, failing. Moral of the story is, grades don't always reflect intelligence. If you're an A student, you probably are pretty smart. But if you are not an A student, it doesn't mean that you are not smart. It means you're not learning. You're not showing evidence of your learning. Square Root Club. Kind of fun, right? The idea here is to introduce people that are just learning about square roots and relationships between numbers to kind of a fun and clever way to play around with stuff. If you're a teacher, you could definitely use this in your class. That's my hope. I'd like it to help you so your students, well, maybe it will incite some curiosity. Because if your students want to learn it, they're going to learn it. And if they're curious about it, they're going to want to learn it, right? So it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to make things curious, a little exploration, maybe, create some arguments and discussion between students as they kind of fall into the idea that in order for this thing to work, the GPA would have to be strictly more than 0 and less than 1. Again, my name is Philip Brown, and I am the Bearded Math Man. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you don't know about what I'm doing, I am trying to make math into a platform for success. You see, math, unfortunately, is a big barrier between young people and their dreams and goals. So I want to help. I want students to graduate high school in a way that they have a foundation upon which, well, all of the math they have to take in college will be approachable and easy. I don't want kids to graduate from high school and end up having to take remedial courses and all that kind of stuff. That's just, that's a big tax on our society, and it's a big point of frustration for, well, people that are trying to make something of themselves. So anyway, that's my mission. That's my goal. You could help me out by visiting my website, beardedmathman.com, and just let me know if I have things there you need. Now it's under construction right now. We're just building it. We're populating it. We're working on Algebra 1. If you are fortunate enough to be in a position where you could help, you could visit my Patreon site. I'll put a link in the description below. Everything that I collect is going towards this project. And the goal is that when it's all done, there will be a body of materials that will help students, parents, and teachers, and homeschool parents for that matter, to, well, promote the success of young people by making math not a barrier, but a platform. So anyway, that's my goal, that's my mission. I'm Philip Brown. I'd like to thank you for watching.